Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mama Ali Najmuddin bin Hisham Zuhudi, and I will be doing a presentation with my assignment buddies. In our final research project, we decided to go for air pollution, prevention of air pollution. Now, why do we want to prevent? Why do we want to reduce the air pollution in our world? Okay. So, first and foremost, air pollution is one of the biggest environmental problems that we and the world are facing. Air pollutants have become a serious issue in the world as we humans continue to dump dangerous gas into the environment over the years. Air pollution itself has attributed up to 5 million deaths each year, which is at a very alarming rate. Globally, air pollution attributed 9% of death, while becoming the leading risk factor for diseases burden. In low to middle income countries, these figures goes higher. Air pollution death rate are at the highest among this country, almost 100 times more. Though a little good news for us, if we view throughout the years, the death rates are seemingly to decreasing in numbers. This is mostly the result of progress on tackling indoor pollution. Air pollution is considered one of the main factors for many leading causes of death, such as stroke, lung cancer, COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, infections on lower respiratory. The Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation is himself, IHME, in its global burden study, even said they provided an estimate of the number of deaths attributed to the range of risk factor that I just said early on, and air pollution is ranked fourth in the graph. Air pollution has 4.9 million deaths worldwide. This shows how serious and how dangerous air pollution really is if it is left unattended or left unaddressed. Air pollution is responsible for 4.9 million deaths worldwide, which is 9% of the grand total population in the world. In the simpler definition, 9% of the total population is out of 9 people worldwide, one of them is going to die due to air pollution. In this figure, a map is shown to indicate the share of deaths from different countries due to air pollution in 2017. Each country, as you can see, is colored based on the percentage of their share of death. The highest share of death due to air pollution falls greatly on North Korea with 60.5% death. The second highest would be India, which is 12.52% of death. Countries with low to middle income has high shares of death. This can be seen with countries in South and East Asia. You can see that they are close to 15% colors on their country. The reason for such behavior is because in low income countries, solid fuels are heavily relied on cookings, and low income countries are mostly shifting into a middle income countries, which then contribute to industrialization, contributes to more air pollution, because as we know, industrialization creates more harmful gas, releases it in the environment and pollute the air. These problems need to be addressed before further damage is created by improving current solutions, by integrating the current solutions with technology of this era. Okay, pause sekejap. So what is the current solution now? We will doing an analysis of them, and what are the drawbacks of the current solution, what are the gaps of the current solution, and we will be proposing a new solutions with the integration of ICT technology. Firstly, we can see the current solution nowadays to treat air pollution is conserving energy. So what is conserving energy? Conserving energy can be on many aspects of our life. From switching off our PC, aircons, electrical appliances, and many more that uses electricity, to using energy saving appliances. This is mainly because a huge amount of fossil fuels are being burned the second the electricity reaches our home. So by burning the fossil fuels, it creates air pollution as they release a considerable amount of harmful gas to the environment. By reducing the electricity usage, we reduce the fossil fuel. By reducing the fossil fuel, we reduce the harmful gas, and as we reduce the harmful gas, the air will not be polluted, and the air pollution currently will be reduced. Okay. So what is the drawback of this conserving energy method solution? Conserving energy is impossible to impose or be set as a law to be enforced on every person in every house, in every premise in the world. Not only that, human flaws also prevent this solution to properly be implemented. Its weakness is in hoping that human will follow this situation, but human will not follow this situation because what? Because why? Humans tend to forget. You know, sometimes we go outside our house, we forget to switch off the lights. That's what happened with this solution. It is cannot be implemented fully. So that we have seen so many cases where people just leave their lights on after leaving their premises or houses or their areas. So the gaps is there should be a way or a standard to help conserving energy to be successful. People should not have to be reminded all the time that they have to close all the electrical appliances before leaving their houses or premises. A system should be created to actually help human conserve the energy as a system doesn't have a flaw like humans, such as forgetfulness. A system should be able to properly set and adhere to that law, adhere to the conserving energy law. Conserving energy. So what is the proposed solution to fill the gap and cover the weakness of conserving energy solution? So what we propose is an automated system that checks out energy usage and has the ability to cut off energy safely when it is needed to. So automated systems are a great tools and a great solutions to conserving energy, because system generally doesn't have a human flaw, such as forgetfulness like human. With the system, energy can be conserved more efficiently because the human defective factor is out of the equation. It out of the equation. The system should be able to know when exactly the energy is not in use, and this is easily programmable. Not only that, in this era, we also have artificial intelligence to actually check out the condition of a premise against the need of the energy usage. By using convolutional neural network (CNN) in artificial intelligence, we can identify the conditions of a premise, whether it is in use or not, and make a decision to cut off the energy supply to conserve energy. Not only that, systems is easier to implement as a law, so that houses are built with the system, or electrical appliances is built with this system. But usually electrical appliances cannot cover the whole house. So this is what we call wasting resources. Okay, the second current solution that we'll be discussing is understanding the concept of reduce, reuse, and recycle to actually to actually reduce air pollution. So the thing is, nowadays, waste products should not be thrown away. Throwing things away is putting a great strain, is giving a great strain to the environment and the earth itself. Trash thrown will be processed to two processes, which is trash thrown either will be burned, which releases harmful gas that increases air pollution, or it is kept in one place and which in time accumulated and create land and water pollution. So both options, when you throw a waste product without reducing, recycling or reusing, will create a pollution. So by reusing the trash, we can avoid the trash from being burned. Fewer trash being burned equals to fewer gas to go outside, which led to reduce in air pollution. Okay, so not only that, reusing the thrown things can slow down the manufacturing process in industry, thus slowing down industrialization. So what happens when industrialization slow down? It reduces the air pollution, as industrialization, as I have said just now, reduces gas, because industrialization they tend to release harmful gas into the environment. So by reducing pollution, by reducing industrialization process, we can reduce the harmful gas and we can reduce the air pollution. So what is the drawback to this reuse, recycle and reduce? So the cost is naturally higher to actually reduce and recycle the things. Not only that, reused items or recycled item won't be as good as new items that is created or developed by new and original material, not from the waste item. And if the item is not sorted, it will lead to more cost on hiring people to sort it out, and a slow process in sorting out in turn will lead to ineffective recycle and reuse process, which will render the reuse, recycle and reduce cycle to be slower and render ineffective. So in reuse, recycle and use, sorting is one of the important activity. We need to properly sort the waste product, but using humans incurs too much cost and the process is slowed down. The slow process of sorting out the reuse and recycle cycle greatly. The current solution need to be improved to increase a better air pollution control. So senyap lah tak suruh catch lah. Yeah. So what is the proposed solution? The proposed solution to improve the gap, to fill the gap and to improve the solution is by developing a system to actually sort the waste products. A heavy machinery will be needed to enable the system to properly sort the waste products. The system shall be able to scan the waste, the waste material, and then sort it out based on the material. The sorting system will be more efficient, even though it will have a big initial cost on the heavy machinery. The speed of the sorting would improve greatly, and thus the use of the system and heavy machinery only needs maintenance instead of taking care of workers in the sorting area.
Assalamualaikum and hello to everyone. So I want to discuss about current solution. Use the public mode of transportation. So first, describe about the public mode of transportation. It's a form of travel offered locally and enable more people to travel together along design route. Typical example of form of public transportation include bus, train, and trams. So high-speed rails, airline, and coach dominate public transportation between cities. So most public transport service operate on stipulated timelines. So some transportation operate on a fully capacity basis, which means the vehicle will not start until it's full. So however, many cities across the world provide share taxi when the essence of time is affected. So drawback is public transportation runs on a set schedule. This time may not match with the travel demand of those using public transportation. This can result in a serious loss of time for travel who must arrive at their destination early to avoid being late. So it may also mean waiting for the next bus or train after their business is concluded, slowing their return home. So gaps. So nowadays many people prefer to take public transport because it's easier and safe. People do not want to take the risk of getting into the self-driving car as a vehicle become increasing crowd on highway and cause congestion. So the system should be designed to help people go where they want to go more easily without any problem. So proposed solution for public mode of transportation is information and communication technology (ICT) have considerable importance for transport system as they provide access to travel information, planning tools, opportunity to share transport modes to work at a distance, compare transport mode costs, make payment, improve safety and health, and to communicate travel pattern. So over the past decade, there has been massive growth in the available transportation, ICT, in particular smartphone application. There is considerable evidence that ICT has profoundly changed the way in which transport systems are perceived and used, and mobility is performed with far-reaching implication for transport mode choice and transport demand. So for the next